My name's Ryan and I bought a 15 grand house in rural France. Now, through a whirlwind of events, I can't be in rural France for the next few months at least. But fortunately for me, I've got a mate in the place renovating away like there's no tomorrow. Ka-ching, fantastic. Thank you so much. Friendship makes the world go round, but that's not what this video is about, although I'm going to show you a day of renovation and it's absolutely fantastic. I'm also going to answer some of your comments that you left previously, but before that I do have an announcement to make, and that is that I have officially launched a new series over on Patreon. Now, for those who don't know, I have a Patreon. I've always kind of struggled with bringing natural, fun, engaging content on Patreon, and I just used it for little updates here and there, but now I am launching officially a new series where I'm reacting and giving more information about my earlier videos that are long gone from YouTube, very private, going back many years. And I think it'll be really interesting. Some of my OG viewers have probably seen these videos before and they get a little look behind the curtain of what we were thinking on the day. And because there's more than one person up here, loads of them, loads of us. Also for any new viewers, it'll be interesting to see a different side of me, I guess, a much younger version of myself. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, head on over to Patreon at the end of this video. The link will be in the description and you can check it out there. And then the very first episode is reacting to my very first video. And I also tell the story of my worst encounter whilst filming out in the wild. So yeah, you should go check it out if you think that'll tickle your fancy. Here's a little preview. Welcome to my first ever video. I'm currently staying at Château de la Béminière. The boss came out and that's where things kind of went downhill. Now, moving on to today's video, very exciting. We are more of Dave, more comments to be answered and more progress in the house. Let's check it out. So here we are in the 15 grand house, and Dave has got more insulation. Now the insulation's coming in bit by bit. Fortunately, with the power of technology, I can pay for it from outside of France using a VPN as well, thankfully. Yeah, Dave can just pick it up bit by bit. Unfortunately, he can't get too much because he's just got a small car, but that's all good. You know, that's how we roll. Bit by bit, things get done. And you can see here on the second floor, Dave's just got he's got a few more walls to install the insulation, which of course helps with heat. And that's mostly it, heat retention. You know, it's not really going to help with noise because this back wall, by the way, is very, very thick. And there were some people who were worried in the comments about the damp coming through. Well, I mean, yes, this wall was damp before, but the wall was damp because the roof was damaged before, not anymore. It's been replaced, I don't know how long ago, but a long time ago, water was seeping through the top of the wall. Not like from the outside, but from the actual top and seeping down the wall because it's a very thick wall. That's no longer a problem because the roof is no longer damaged. So yeah, that's very good, very lucky, fortunate about that. And Dave, there you go, Dave's just done that wall through the power of editing. He did it in seconds. Absolutely fantastic. Good job, Dave. I'm excited, by the way, to show you the progress in the kitchen today. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, Dave's doing a good job. Just a one day of work that I'm showing you today. And I mean, Dave doesn't, you know, he's not there 8 hours a day. He just goes there for a few hours here and there and just gets some stuff done. But yeah, I just told Dave, like, go whenever you feel like it. Anything's much appreciated. And what a fantastic, tidy, clean job. It's looking really good. And by the way, as we go downstairs, and as Dave starts to destroy this door frame, let's answer the first comment, shall we? The house is really coming along now. So exciting to see the electrics go in. Thanks for that comment. Indeed, it's exciting for me as well to see the electrics go in. Now I know you only got a glimpse of Duncan the electrician, because obviously, you know, Dave's just getting on with whatever he's doing. But when I get back to France, obviously Duncan's gonna have to, that's the name of the electrician for anyone who doesn't know. Duncan is going to be coming back to the house, and so I'll be able to hopefully film him more as he does the kind of finishing touches, light switches and all that, I think. So yeah, don't worry, you'll see plenty more of Duncan, and yeah, it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And just to be clear, Duncan's a professional electrician, a tradesman, and of course he does receive a remuneration. He gets paid for his work, of course, because yeah, there's a, you know, I'm lucky to have mates who help me out, but of course the tradesmen are not gonna like come and be like do a really professional job. Not that Dave's not doing a professional standard job. Okay, not knocking Dave's handiwork, but Duncan the electrician is a real pro, is what I'm trying to say without offending anyone. You've got to be careful. Yeah, so fantastic job from Duncan, and I'm sure you'll see more of his handiwork in the coming videos, I imagine. So yeah. Look, is that some of Duncan's handiwork now? Hang on. What are we looking at? Dave's looking. Oh no, Duncan's just put that there, Dave. No, I'm kidding. That's the old electrics. The very, very, very old electrics from I don't know what era. I really don't. But anyway, Dave just needed to remove that in order to put the new stud work in. Now, you've seen this countless times. Unfortunately, I think the floor is pretty damaged. You can see the beautiful orange terracotta tiles, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to keep them if it's too damaged, but we will see. I will, when I come back, I'm going to have a proper look and see if I can get the concrete off of the kitchen floor, because there's bits that are covered like you can see now, and if I can manage to remove the concrete without damaging the floor beneath. I mean, it's a hard ask, but it would be lovely to keep that beautiful terracotta floor. We'll see what happens. If you were given approval to live in France with the immigration stuff fixed, would you consider you and your wife living in this home for a while until you really have time to see what you can get for this home and what the both of you want as a forever first home to buy? Absolutely. That was the plan, to be honest. You know, this is it's my first house property purchase, and it was the plan to have this as a lovely stepping stone, pardon me, to a forever home. Obviously, things are not necessarily, well, things change, plans change, and we'll see what happens in the future. But that was the plan, to live here, obviously, have no debt, not have to pay rent, so then save up. Plenty of money for a huge down payment, like 40-50% on a forever home that could be a lot more substantial than this, although this is a beautiful house, I think, with a nice bit of character and history. You know, something where we could have a nice bit of land, garden, flowers, animals, stuff like that. But of course, plans do change. We'll see what happens in the future. But in any case, we're getting this house renovated, we're moving forward, and that is the main thing at this stage. Even if we don't end up living there, I'm sure someone will be able to appreciate all the work that goes into it and enjoy the house for many years to come. Whether that's me and the wife or someone else, we will see. Time will tell. And by the way, Dave has got the big guns out in order to drill through the beautiful terracotta tiles, because they are quite thick. They are indeed, and they're very hard to get through. But no match for the big guns, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, Dave's progressing quite well through this room, installing the stud work on the floors, and you can see the old layers of paint on the wall there. But these walls aren't damp, you know, the house has had plenty of time to air out. It's not really damp anymore, just by having the windows open and yeah, tidying up in there. It really does help. And I've noticed, yeah, it just feels a lot more drier. When I first bought this place, it did feel, I'm not going to say it felt damp, that's a weird thing to say, but it felt a lot more cold. I guess that happens when you buy a place in the winter, who knows? But I think you understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, Dave's doing a great job. Fantastic job. And a lot of people, or some people, might think that we're removing a bit of the character of the house by, you know, making the walls all new and stuff like that. But this is also, from a practical aspect, it's what most people are looking for when they want to live in a house, or live anywhere in fact. They want those modern creature comforts like good insulation for heat and stuff like that. And in fact, the French government's pushing towards having a high energy rating, and you can't even, I think nowadays it's a new law, you can't even rent out a house that doesn't meet a certain standard with regards to the energy rating. So if I left these walls with no insulation whatsoever, I would never kind of meet those modern requirements for renting the house out. Not that I'm planning at all on renting the house out. I just thought it would be good for in general, you know, have it nice and insulated. So yeah, I think we're making the right decision, definitely. Even though it costs more money, but I'm just here for the occasional glimpse of the manky old broom. You, me both. You, me both. Great comment, by the way. Thanks for that comment. Yeah. Yeah, the manky old broom. It's not that manky and it's not that old, but it is a broom. So you are half right. Definitely. And this little space, I mean, what we're going to use this space for, I don't know. Storage, I guess. Like a little cupboard. Little pantry. Lovely. How lovely. There you go. You can see the material literally going into the house, becoming part of the house. It's a beautiful thing to see. It really is. And Dave's got a pretty good setup going, I must admit. You know, the trestles make life much easier. Highly recommend anyone to buy a pair of trestles. You never know when you'll need them. And it's great for a makeshift table as well. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Oh, and the 360 laser thing is really good as well. Apparently, it's a game changer. So, highly recommend that as well. And Dave did use the big guns on this wall, as you can see right now. Drilling it into the wall, and this is the front wall, so it's a lot thinner than the back one. Yeah, surprisingly very thin. I mean, you can kind of see through, if you peeked through the window there, you could see how thick the house is at the front, and it's not very thick, this wall, but thick enough, and it's about to be thicker thanks to the insulation, and hence why the insulation is also so important. You know, that wall's pretty thin. Wow, here we go. Yeah, so he's knocking it out the park, already working on the front wall here. Fantastic progress on this beautiful day in France. Lovely weather. Nothing beats a French summer, I must say. There we go. He's getting it all in place. Absolutely lovely. Done diddly done. Right, let's answer the last comment of the video, shall we? Sweet Ryan, love the new groove you've made for the channel. It's so impressive how cleverly you've found a way to be overseas with your wife but still keep the renovation progress and make content too. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's a lovely comment there. And yes, but I mean, it's thanks to you, really. You, the viewer, for, you know, sticking by me and watching these videos, showing love in the comments section and giving me interesting comments to read as well. So thank you very much. You know, you've made this possible. It's a team effort, and I really appreciate it. You know, feeling the love, feeling the positive vibes, and we're just making the most out of the situation and making it work. What can I say? But of course I am excited to get back to France and back to renovating, and by the time I do get back, you know, we've got plenty more to be getting on with. Okay, by the time I get back, there's going to be the we're going to start having to think about all the floors being installed, or literally install all the floors, not just think about it. But then we've got the kitchen, bathrooms, you know, we're actually going to get to a stage where I don't want to say finishing the place, but really making it livable, you know. So we're not far off that. And Dave, you did a great job today. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Very beautiful. Thank you very much, Dave. And yeah, just to continue on the point that I was making just a moment ago, that's it. When I get back, I'm going to be in there, and we're gonna try and finish the place basically and get it done. Well, it'll be done this year if all goes well. The place will be finished this year, hopefully. I'm not making any guarantees because things can go wrong, but then again, that is also with regards to Patreon that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I'm already thinking about trying to gather funds for the next phase, and I'm a little bit what's the word? I don't want to say anxious, because it's all I'm feeling good, but I'm aware of the fact that kitchens, bathrooms and floors can be very expensive, and the windows, forgetting about the windows. So yeah, there's still a lot more to acquire, and yeah, we'll just try and figure it out. We really will. And the plumbing, I know I got comments about the plumbing. I haven't mentioned the plumbing, so I've contacted the plumber. He's super busy. I contacted him a few weeks ago, so I'm gonna follow up with the plumber and see what the crack is per se, and try and get that figured out, because that's another thing that's on my mind, of course, you know, all of the plumbing. So that's scary. I mean, it's scary, it's quite terrifying. But yeah, what do you do? You know, this is the renovation, and we're just plodding along, and you're here for the journey. So I hope you're enjoying it. That's going to be all from me. I don't know what else to say. Links in description for the Patreon, and if you do decide to sign up, love you so much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So every little does help, but don't feel obliged in any way. You know, the renovation's going to continue. Just by you watching these videos is so much support for the cause, which is the renovation project. So you're already supporting the project just by watching. So you want to help a little more, click like. You want to help even more, leave a comment. And if you want to help even more, head on over to Patreon. Thanks so much. Much love. See you in the next video in the next few days. Bye for now.